Welcome back to Fixed Dish, everybody. I'm Kyle, and today's video is a summarization video from start to finish as far as my vibration in the 2018 Escape. It's the 1.5 liter EcoBoost. I had some kind of drivetrain vibration, and I had a few repairs along the way to come up to the solution of what caused it. I had drive shaft CV joints up front, and inspected like the motor mount. All of those which could cause a drivetrain vibration, inspected each one of those. But I will be doing individual videos of each one of those repairs that I'll be posting. But this one is kind of the overall summarization from start to finish, just to kind of show you the path of troubleshooting I went on to figure out what the problem was, and then ultimately what the answer to my vibration was. So follow me along here and let's see how I figured it out. So I got my routine oil change done. This will be my second oil change since the 1.5 liter engine swap. You can check out those videos up in the corner. So this massive vibration, I got all my wheels in the air. All my wheels in the air. This whole thing shakes so bad under power, but as soon as you let off the gas pedal, the shake stops immediately. So I think it has something to do with the drivetrain. I did the CV shaft originally, and it fixed the problem like almost immediately. So I'm not entirely sure that it's maybe not the CV shaft again, but I'm going to disconnect the rear drive shaft to see if the shake goes away. So hopefully the car will let me drive, even though it knows the back wheels aren't moving. We're about to find out. I know the hood's ajar. It's not like it was though. It was vibrating so bad before. I would call that relatively smooth, because it would just shake so hard that the hood would sit there. Bah, 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 bah. Okay, so there might be something to this. I don't know for sure. I got the drive shaft out. Now, if I understand this correctly, this is almost like a universal joint by itself. And let's see if I can. This should be able to freely rotate, kind of however. It's got a stiff spot it doesn't like to be in. So I got the drive shaft CVNs. I'll post the part number I used. I didn't want to buy the whole drive shaft. They're like $600. Gosh, it is cold out here. I might go do this inside. So like I said, I found these online. So the drive shaft, the dealer only offers you the whole drive shaft. It was like 600 bucks. These were 50 bucks a piece. And since I was having an educated guess, I wanted to do it the cheaper way. Not necessarily the easier way, but cheaper way. I don't see anything that's real obvious. It doesn't even look all that wore out. So this may not be the reason why we're having issues with the vibration, but you know what? 100,000 miles. we're going to go ahead, change her out. Yeah. Look at that. Just every direction. No problem. So at least I know that I didn't do this for nothing. I hope it takes care of my vibration. All right, we're out of the barn. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it feels like it's still there. Gosh dang it. I went as far to take the motor mount out on the transmission side since it feels like it's vibrating on that side. There's nothing wrong with this thing. It's stiff, it's not broke, it's not cracked. Everything looks okay here, fits on there good. So, fits right where it needs to. It's nice and tight. This motor mount, everything's tight as can be. It's not broke. That CV shaft is brand new. I tried replacing that the first time. I said it in previous videos as well. I tried to replace it to fix this vibration. It seemed to fix it temporarily. This time I'll go through the process of removing that CV, but this time we're going to replace the bushing behind it, and hopefully it takes care of this up and down clanking it has. CV shaft, a little bit of pry there, flies right up and out. See if I can get you a better look inside there. Camera's right where I want it to be, or right where I want to be. There we go. There we go, got the seal out. Alright, I finally got it off there. What sucked is this slide hammer that comes in that kit, it's probably most of the time more than enough, but the weight and the slide length is so short that I had to go out and get my slide hammer. And then I just used a couple of the 5/8 fine nuts that go on my normal slide hammer into a bolt that gets onto this coupler nut that came with the kit that goes into this bearing puller. And I had to get my whole body in there, so I couldn't really film what I was doing, but ultimately I was able to get it yanked out of there. Here is the new one. As you can see, it's quite a bit wider. And then take our driver, because we're gonna mount this flush. So as you can see, I got that driven in there, and it's flush here. and my oiling opening is up there. So hopefully this goes well. That is so hard to do. Basically, I had to pry my shock out of the way and then stuck my bushing driver up like that and drove it in. The way that I know that I'm happy with it is I basically can't get a fingernail in. I can't get a fingernail in behind there the entire way around. Here we go, back into the healing house. Hopefully for the last time. Now, the part I'm semi-concerned about is if the wobbly bits is happening in the PTU or in the transmission, or maybe even just this bearing, I don't know. We're gonna find out. So okay, there we go. This shaft is out. This is a Motorcraft part, CV61 3B436-JG. Let's go ahead and slide that sucker in there. Oh boy, that's in there tight. That's unreasonable. Now the one we're concerned about is if metal comes out of this one. If it does, I'm going to be upset. Here we go. This is mostly graphite-like material. So that's fairly normal, actually. Now, let's see how we're doing. Oh, yeah, we're full. Sweet. That makes me feel good. Okay. Alrighty, out of the healing house we go. Let's see how lucky we get. Alrighty. $55, $58, $60. And holy shit, I think it's fixed, everybody. I can't believe it. Fixed. Yep. Smooth as can be. I don't know, I just find this insanely baffling that it's such a small noise. But it's bad. The other side doesn't do anything. It's tight. But this side, it just got the slightest little, and that was the issue the whole time. Well, everybody, hope you enjoyed that little bit, but got our vibration figured out. Seemed like it was the left side. It's the right side. As you can see with that CV shaft, well, it's more than enough. It's kind of like it maybe has one bad side, like we're just. But anyways, got this done, and we're back to 2 daily drivers working again. Got the 6.0 fixed, check out those videos if you want to see what happened there. And now we got the escape fixed again. So we're back on the road, 125,000 miles. Hopefully we don't have anything else wrong for the next 5 years. Anyways, we'll see you guys next time on Fix-ish.